Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Miner's Massacre, aka Curse of the 49er, 2002. This is going to be another Karen Black flick. I've given this one 3 out of 5 stars. They had pretty good explosions, and there's some gore in this, although gore hounds will be disappointed because virtually all the violent acts in this movie are off camera. For instance, this hillbilly girl named Eve gets slashed, and all you see is the blood splattering against the wall and some kind of sound. That's about it. So this is going to be a low-budget horror flick, and giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I jumped when I saw the minor ghost ghoul character for the first time, but afterwards he wasn't that scary to me. And it's supposed to be a black comedy kind of horror flick, sort of like Evil Dead. They even rip off Evil Dead when the miner puts the pickaxe, rams the pickaxe into his severed arm, kind of like Ash from Evil Dead. So that was kind of a rip-off on Evil Dead. A lot of bad puns in this movie. I thought some of them were kind of amusing. I almost laughed at some of the jokes in this movie. One guy takes a crap in the forest, and so it's that kind of movie. And not even sure why Karen Black and her daughter in this movie have fake Southern accent. Because if it takes place in California, why would they be talking like Southern Hicks? That part didn't make any sense. And then, it was pretty tame. I mean, like I said, most of the violence is off camera, although they do show a lot of blood and gore and stuff. But it's almost like cartoonish CGI type stuff. So it wasn't very convincing, in my opinion. I'm okay with CGI gore. It's just, it's not the best thing. It kind of makes it cartoonish, I guess. Kind of like CJ Run kind of deal. And I don't know, the guy just didn't look scary to me. So it's about a 49er guy who was in the Donner Party. I guess he ate his wife and his daughter, and I guess he worships Satan because there's a pentagram with a bunch of candles where a skeleton is in the gold mine. I don't know why they stuck him in the gold mine, because later on, there's a flashback scene where he gets shot and taken over by spirits. I guess even the devil didn't want him in hell, according to this movie. That's how bad he was. So he gets mad and he curses his gold, which doesn't make sense. It's like a reverse reparations, I guess, on anybody who touches his gold, like 100 years later or whatever. And maybe 150 years later, I guess in this case. This movie came out in 2002. And all the characters in this movie, the young people that, you know, it's one of those kind of movies where you don't really care when they die because they're not really compelling characters. This one guy gets dumped by a couple gals, and like he's cheating on his girlfriend right in front of the other one. So it's kind of obvious that she's going to walk out on him. And it's unfortunate too, because his first girlfriend is the more attractive than the Eve girl, Karen Black's daughter. She's the first one to get killed in this movie. Unfortunately, she's the most attractive one. Anyways, so I guess this guy finds, or she's the second guy. She's the second one to get killed. The first guy is this Jared character. I guess he's digging for gold, and he has all this gold. The miner comes back from being a skeleton into being some kind of ghoul thing. He quickly kills Jared, and meantime, Jared has already sent a letter to his sister, I guess. So they bring a bunch of friends up there. They start to go gold mining, and then of course the miner goes after them. He's quite slow at the end too. And then Karen Black plays the kind of superstitious hick lady who decides to use dynamite against the ghoul character. The ghoul character's name is Jeremiah Stone, by the way. What a name, huh? And then you've got a couple more actors, recognizable faces from a bunch of famous movies. Kind of washed up actors doing B-movie horror, just like Karen Black. There's Richard Lynch, who plays another hit guy who's kind of, I don't know, he's selling these wanted posters of Jeremiah Stone. Like he's reproducing them real cheap and selling them to like $40 for the suckers who pop by to use the bathroom. And or I should say his outhouse. Anyways, yeah, the kind of bitchy gal, the attractive one, it's the second one to get killed. She tells Richard Lynch that she'd rather, go take a dump in a bush rather than go into his outhouse. It's kind of insulting to him. She calls he calls her a city gal. So Richard Lynch does a good job of acting. I think Karen Black did a great job, but the rest of the actors kind of lame, not in a good way. I mean, if it was, they're kind of mediocre actors, I should say. They're pretty good at saying their lame puns, with a straight face. If they were really bad actors, I would probably rate this higher, kind of like Ghost Lake. But it's just, and this movie gets a really bad rating, 3.5, which is even lower rating than what I'm giving it. Basically a 6 out of 10. Most people give it a 3.5 out of 10 on IMDb. So actually I'm rating this higher than most people, just because of the explosions and the minimal gore, ex post facto gore. So there's that. I didn't really hate or love this movie. I kind of indifferent towards it, so I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to say highly recommend it or check it out. I'm not going to post the trailer in the description box, although there is a trailer, and it's rated R. It's one of those, red screen R trailers? There are a lot of those trailers on this disc, by the way. And that's about it as far as bonus features on this disc. Just a bunch of rated R trailers. So, not a good disc overall. It was kind of meh. Anyways, that's the end of my review. I gotta go to work in about 8 minutes. I'm running about 4 hours of sleep, more or less. So I'm kind of burned out from working 3 jobs, and I haven't even started my first job yet. Although I did sleep pretty much all day Saturday, and I got in quite a few naps. My ex-wife decided to kidnap my son for like 2.5 hours, just so that she could show him off to her friends from Southern California. And big mistake. I should have never let her do it, because she wouldn't. I kept calling her. She wouldn't tell me what time I was supposed to pick him up, and she was just jerking me around the whole time. So that was kind of a hassle, but I did end up getting gas, filling up my tank, and popping by the bank to deposit my cash tips from previous night. So anyways, got my stuff packed, got my movie review done, so making pretty good progress today in terms of running my errands, getting my stuff done. I don't have any more DVDs to watch. The Ghost Rider DVD was cracked, so I had to return it to Netflix, and I haven't had a chance to check out my mailbox to see if they send me a replacement disc. Man from Deep River, my Australian buddy Adrian, wanted me to watch, but I think the only version that's available right now is the abbreviated rated R version, which I don't want to see. I want to see the hour-and-a-half uncut version, so I don't think I'll be reviewing that one. Sorry, Adrian. Anyways, yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for more Karen Black movies. Hopefully they're better than this one, although I did rate it higher than most people, so felt pretty good about that. It wasn't a bad movie or a great movie. It was kind of in between, like I said, so yeah, it could have been better. Maybe if they had hired some really crappy actors, like people that I never heard of before. Maybe if they had better kill scenes, more kill scenes. Like, it felt like I don't know. I felt like the kill scenes were kind of slow, mainly because they didn't have enough characters. In this one, I think they had like 9 characters that could have been killed, and he killed like 7 of them. They should have done like 20 characters and then killed like 15 of them, something like that. Would have made for a far more interesting film, because the dialogue's kind of written by a 3rd grader, if you know what I mean. Not very good dialogue, kind of awkward puns and stuff like that. Um, Although they are kind of amusing, though, I have to admit. So it's kind of better than what most people thought, but still could have been even better than that, in my opinion. So that's the end of my review. Laters.